Hello my loves and welcome to a new vlog. As you can probably see from the title and the thumbnail, we are going book shopping. Or I'm going book shopping, you guys are just coming along with me. But yes, we're going book shopping. I have a list of books that I'm keen to look at. There's a few books on this list that are like anticipated books, so if they're there I'm more than likely will pick them up and buy. But we're going to head down to Weston to Waterstones. So I don't have a local Waterstones here. Like I just got an independent bookstore and like a secondhand bookstore there, and a little section WH Smith's. So the closest is either Weston or Bristol. Bristol is an hour bus trip, and it literally is an hour there, an hour back. I can't handle with that. I'm not going to do that. So we're going to go down to Weston because it's only a 35-minute bus trip. And so we're going to go there. I think I'm going to first go to Works because when I looked online, there was a couple of books that was on my list that were in Works for the 3 for £5. So I was like, ooh. So I'm going to quickly pop in there first and see what books they've got. If there's books that are on my radar that I want and they're there and in the 3 for £5 offer, then we're doing that. And then after that, we're going to go straight to Waterstones and we're going to have a big browse because it's been a very long time since I've been to Waterstones. The last time I went into Waterstones was either last year or the end of 2020. I went to pick up Hollyborn's new YA book, and it literally was, I ordered online, went to pick it up because I was down Weston because I was seeing my grandparents, so I didn't even bookshop, it was just to pick up a book. So it's been a while since I have actually physically gone in that shop and browsed like the whole shop. So we're going to look at romance, we're going to look at thrillers, we're going to look at horror, YA, fantasy and sci-fi. They're like the books, like genres that I'm definitely looking for. And yeah, so I'm now going to go in quickly, get ready and shoot off to catch my bus. And next time you see me, we will be at the bookshops. So I really hope you enjoy this vlog. I love watching these vlogs. I love doing these vlogs. I don't do them that often. So I'm very happy to actually properly go into a proper big bookstore and just give you more bookish content and to see what like amazing books they have in Waterstones. So get comfy, get a cup of coffee or tea and a blanket since it's miserable again now, even though it was lovely and sunny last week in the UK. But get comfortable and come book shopping with me.
Shining, shining like a diamond. I see people watching. Perfect, hourglass timing. Good things come to those who wait. Silhouette looking cinematic. Yeah, I bet you wish you had this. Bless me, I'm sicker than your average. So contagious. Nothing less, there's no contest. Yeah, you're good, but I confess when it comes down to it, I just think I'd do it better. Like
I look so good, I think I wanna kiss myself. I look so good, I don't need anybody else. It feels so good when I just do it by myself. But I know that they're the ones sleeping. I wake up I just do it by myself.
I look so good, I think I wanna kiss myself.
I look so good, I don't need anybody else.
It feels so good when I just do it by myself. It starts with a look, all that it took. I feel like I had too much champagne. It starts with a touch, I'm lost in the rush. Boy, you're like bubbles in my brain. You're under my skin, I'm drinking you in like I can't get enough champagne. Our bodies are close, need a heavier dose. You're like bubbles in my brain. Come, let's sip the evening slow, bathing in the glow. You go to my head, I wanna play it again. You go to my head, I wanna play it, I wanna play it again. You give me one look, and baby I'm shook. You're like whiskey in my veins. So roll it around, getting lost in the sounds. Your love intoxicates. Morning will come, and I'm sobering up, but I still got you on my brain. I'm laying in bed with the pain in my head. Think I had too much champagne. Too much champagne. Oh, where do the evenings go? Bathing in the glow. You go to my head, I wanna play it again. You go to my head, wanna play it again and again. Sip the evening slow, bathing in the glow. You go to my head, I wanna play it again. You go to my head, I wanna play it, I wanna play it again.
done some serious damage. I got this massive bag of Waterstones plus another lot of books from a different store. My bank balance hates me, but who cares? So I didn't actually... Okay, I forgot how different our Waterstones in Western is to other Waterstones, because I kind of went in thinking there was like a big sci-fi fantasy section, a big like thriller and horror section, and a romance section. They weren't that big, and I did not find any romance books. Like a couple, but none of the ones that I wanted. And I was just like, oh, and there's me expecting like a romance. Like I thought there was a romance shelf, so I'm not 100% sure whether it's changed since the last time I went there or what. I don't know, but it wasn't as fantastic as I thought it was. But we still got some goodies. So I obviously had a big list of like books that I was interested in, and if I saw them, I'd have a look at. Yeah, the books that I really wanted to get, only, hang on, 1, 2, 3, only 4 books that I wanted to get were there. The rest I just saw and liked the sound of, so I got. So yeah, the ones that I desperately wanted, and there was a couple like of fantasies that I wanted as well, there were none there. I have just done a Amazon order because there were 2 books I desperately wanted. One was for a book club, one is that I desperately want to read. So yeah, it didn't have all of the books that I really wanted. However, the 3 that I did want, they were there. So I'm fine with that. I did some damage, but I also had £10 off because of the stamps. So I had £10 off, so that made it a bit nicer. And I think I'm about 3 stamps away for another £10 off, so we're winning. But I went in first to the Works as I wanted to see if they had the books that I... Basically in Works, they had like the 3 for £5. And when I looked online, they had... It Happened One Summer or whatever it was. It had Survive the Night, and it had... another book which I can't remember, and I really wanted to get them, and I thought, right, if they were in the store I would nab them. They weren't there. One of the books that I did want, which was on my list, it was on there, and it was for the 3 for £5, but there was none other books on there that really took my fancy, and I really didn't want to pay like the full price when it's an offer. So I think I'm going to actually go online and do an order through there, because the books that I wanted were on there, and I thought on Mars as well. So I think I'm going to do another little order online and do that. But onto the books that I did buy. So I bought 2. Technically I bought 4 books from the Works, but 3 of them like are in a box set, and I'm very happy because I was literally like, I knew they had this series online, and I was like, right, if they have it in store, I'm getting it, because literally for the price of this series, I'm here for it. So before we get into that series, first I got the X Hex by Erin Sterling. This was £3, and I've been wanting to read this for ages. It's been on my wish list for ages, and I thought this was on the 3 for £5 when I saw it online, but it wasn't. It was actually originally £6, and it's actually went down in sales with £3. So I got that because I've been really wanting to read it. A lot of people say it's not brilliant. It's been more negative reviews than good, but actually for me, this like genre isn't my favourite genre anyway. I just like to have like a fun laugh. Like I think it is like it's to do with witches, but I think it's more like a romance. So I suppose you could say it's a fantasy romance. I'm not so sure whether it would class it as fantasy. I think it's more just a romance, but it's, to me, just going to be a very fun, easy read. So I'm really excited for that. And then for £15, I got the Folk Air trilogy by Holly Black. So I got The Cruel Prince, Wicked King, and Queen of Nothing. Can I get them out? Not really. She says, I can't be bothered to get them out. But this has been a series I've been wanting to read for ages. I actually have The Cruel Prince on my Kindle. I think it was gifted to me ages ago on my Kindle, but I was just like, this is a series that I actually want to own, and I like Holly, I'm going to say her name wrong again, I like Holly Black's writing, so pretty much I know I'm going to love this book. And I've just, at the moment on Book Talk and Bookstagram, just loads of people been talking about the series again, and I'm just like, do you know what? I really, 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 really want it. And so it was there. There was literally 2 of these sets left, and one of the sets, like the box set, was like the box was quite damaged, and I don't think the books were as damaged, but they were a bit creased, and I was like, I don't want that. And then so it was there, and I thought, oh my god, like where's, like there's none left. I thought, I'm not gonna pay £15 for like a damaged lot. And then literally underneath, I found it was behind like a puzzle, so obviously someone must have moved it or whatever, I don't really know. And I was like, oh, and it's really pristine, so I'm very happy that there was another one, because otherwise I wouldn't have got it. So they're the 2 books that I got from the works. I did pop into W.H. Smith's and I got some books for Alice, but I'm not going to show you them, but just little picture books. Now on to the big bag of goodies from Waterstones. Right, I'm just going to get them out and pop them aside. Bear with, guys, bear with. Right, let's go on to the books that... Right, okay. We're here. So this is the little set. So first up, so I'm going to go with the books that I just saw, and I was like, oh, and then I'll get them the books that like I really, really wanted, and I'm glad they were there. So first up, I saw Lake's Edge by Lindell, Clipstone. Absolutely stunning cover, and I saw it and I thought, oh, this sounds really good. I don't think I've seen it on Bookstagram or anywhere like that, so if you've read it, do let me know. But this sounds really, 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 really good. So it has here, there's a little bit here which kind of nailed it for me. It was reminiscent of the romantically gothic atmosphere of the Phantom of the Opera. I love Phantom of the Opera, specifically like the theatre one like thing. Like I never read the book. I probably would love the book, but I just like watching like the theatre of it. But just to read what it's about, it says, when Violetta Gracing and her younger brother Arian arrive at the haunted Lakeside estate, they expect to find a monster. Lita knows the terrifying rumours about Rowan Sylvanan, who drowned his entire family when he was a boy, but neither the estate nor the monster are what they seem. As Lita falls for Rowan, she discovers he is bound to the Lord Under, the sinister death god lurking in the black waters of the lake, a creature to whom Lita is inexplicably drawn. Now, to save Rowan and herself, Lita must confront the darkness in her past, including unravelling the mystery of her connection to the Lord Under. It just sounds really good, and like the fact that it says Phantom of the Opera kind of just gives me that vibe. And it says there are monsters in this world, so we've got that. It's stunning, and yeah, I'm really excited to read it. It sounds quite promising. Are you gonna? No, you're gonna fall, aren't you? You are gonna fall. Up you there. Then next 2 books are books by the same author. So first up is The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay, and then second one by him as well is A Head Full of Ghosts. So this has been on my wish list for ages, and then someone on, I think it was Sid's Patreon Discord, it was either her Discord chat or it might have been Ashley's, I'm not 100% which one it was, that someone mentioned about like really spooky books, and someone mentioned this and said it was an absolute, like, it scared the crud out of them. So I saw these and I was just like, why not? I think I might have also got this on my Kindle, as a Kindle Unlimited, but I actually think I prefer the book, and they're just like, they're one of those covers where they're not like, they're creepy but not completely creepy, and I got a feeling that I'm just gonna, like, you know, yeah. So for The Cabin at the End of the World, it says 7-year-old Wen and her parents, Eric and Andrew, are vacationing at a remote cabin on a quiet New Hampshire lake, with their closest neighbours more than 2 miles in either direction. As Wen catches grasshoppers in the front yard, a stranger unexpectedly appears in the driveway. Leonard is the largest man Wen has ever seen, but he's young and friendly. Leonard and Wen talk and play until Leonard abruptly apologises and tells Wen, "None of what's going to happen is your fault." 3 more strangers arrive at the cabin carrying unidentifiable, menacing objects. As Wen sprints inside to warn her parents, Leonard calls out, Your dads won't want to let us in when, but they have to. We need your help to save the world. So begins an unbearably tense, gripping tale of paranoia, sacrifice, apocalypse, and survival that escalates to a shattering conclusion, one in which the fate of a loving family and quite possibly all of humanity are entwined. It just sounds really good, and we've got Stephen King at the right top here. It says, thought-provoking and terrifying with tension that winds up like a chain. And those like objects there look very sinister. So we got that, and then this one, again, we got the blurb of Stephen King. It says, scared the living hell out of me, and I'm pretty hard to scare. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. It says, the lives of the Barretts, a suburban New England family, are torn apart when 14-year-old Marjorie begins to display signs of acute schizophrenia. To her parents' despair, the doctors are unable to halt Marjorie's descent into madness. As the stable home devolves into a house of horrors, they reluctantly turn to local Catholic priests for help, and soon find themselves the unwitting stars of The Possession, a hit reality TV show. 15 years later, a best-selling writer interviews Marjorie's younger sister, Mary, as she recalls the terrifying events that took place when she was just 8 years old. Long-buried secrets and painful memories begin to surface, and the mind-bending tale of psychological horror is unleashed. Like, honestly, this person who wrote on here literally said that it scared the crap out of her and she couldn't sleep. So, yeah. But one of the, I'm participating in a readathon, and there's like 40 prompts, and one of the prompts is about mental health rep and stuff like that. So I think this is going to be a perfect book for that, because it's got about schizophrenia. And yeah, so very excited to read that. Got a feeling I'm going to be really scared. And the next 4 books are the books that I wanted for very different reasons. So first up, I've got the book of, I thought I did that then, but it's not as part of the cover, the Book of Accidents by Chuck Wending. I'm very excited. I know Book Skywalker on BookTube and Bookstagram. She recently read this and said it was really, really good. And it's been a book that I've been wanting to read anyway. So it says here, a family returned to their hometown and to the dark past that haunts them still. Long ago, Nathan lived in a house in the country with his abusive father, and he has never told his family what happened there. Long ago, Maddie saw something she shouldn't have, and she's trying to remember that lost trauma by making haunting sculptures. Long ago, something sinister, something hungry walked in the tunnels, mountains, and coal mines of their hometown in rural Pennsylvania. Now Nathan and Maddie are married, and they have moved back to their hometown, and now what happened long ago is happening again, and it is happening to their son. It sounds very good. Very interesting cover. So we got that. Then, very most anticipated book, and I'm glad it was there, and I was hoping it was there since I saw it on their website, and I was like, surely this book will be there. But I got Sundial by Catriona Ward, who was the author who did The Last House on Needle Street. Not read that book yet, but I know I'm going to love it because I've been on lots of book Zoom things, like book parties, and she's been in them and talked about her books, so I'm pretty much going to love it. So it looks like this. Beautiful orange sprayed edges, and it's also signed, and this was also reduced because it was £15 and it was down to £12, so we love that. So it's signed, and yeah, I wanted this book, so I'm glad it was there. It says, you can't escape the desert, you can't escape Sundial. Rob fears for her daughters, for Callie, who collects tiny bones and whispers to imaginary friends, for Annie because she fears what Callie might do to her. Rob sees a darkness in Callie, one that reminds her of the family she left behind. She decides to take Callie back to her childhood home to Sundial, deep in the Mojave Desert, and there she will have to make a terrible choice. Callie is afraid of her mother. Rob has begun to look at her strangely, to tell her secrets about her past that both disturb and excite her, and Callie is beginning to wonder if only one of them will leave Sundial alive. Yeah, it just sounds really, really, really good. It says elegantly horrifying, enthralling, breathtaking, thrilling. It says you can't escape the desert, you can't escape. And like Paul Tremblay's gone on there, like lots of people. So very exciting, and it's stunning. Like honestly, it's stunning, and I'm just there thinking, don't be fooled by what the cover looks like. I then also got Fear Street the Beginning, which is 4 books in one, I believe. I think so when I looked online. This is for one of the I can't remember which. Oh, I think it is the Spooktober readathon I'm participating in, and I said one of the books prompts was a book to TV adaptation, and I had a list of like 4, and I said depending on what Waterstones has, that, and I found this, and so it's 4 books in one. So I'll be reading this. It's a chunky book, but a stunning cover. But I will be reading this, and then I think I might watch the adaptation. But it's $8.99 with 4 books in here, so I'm very, very impressed with that purchase. I'm not going to read the blurb because it's literally 4 books in one. And then lastly, I got Horror Store by Grady Hendrix. Everyone has been talking about this. It's like an IKEA style spooky book, and I'm just like loving the idea of this. Like, literally, look at it. It's literally like an IKEA magazine. It's just uncanny. So I saw this and I was just like, yeah, we need it. So I don't actually know much about this. I just know everyone has read it, and I was just like, I think of all of the like Grady Hendrix books, this is probably my favourite sort of like cover. So it says, something strange is happening on an Orsk furniture superstore in Cleveland. Oh, it's a bit similar to where I live, but it's Cleveland. Cleveland, Ohio. Every morning, employees arrive to find broken, conjuring bookshelves, shattered glands, water goblets, and smashed Liripip wardrobes. Sales are down, security cameras reveal nothing, and store managers are panicking. To unravel the mystery, 3 employees volunteer to work a 9-hour dusk till dawn shift. In the dead of night, they'll patrol the empty showroom floor, investigate strange sights and sounds, and encounter horrors that defy the imagination. A traditional haunted house story in a thoroughly contemporary setting, Horror Store is designed to retain its luster and natural appearance for a lifetime of use. Pleasingly proportioned with generous French flaps and a soft cover binding, Horror Store delivers the psychological terror you need in the elegant package you deserve. It just sounds really, really good. I'm really excited for it, and I just think it's going to be a very stunning, fun book. Don't fall, you're going to fall, typical. So let me get all of the books. Hang on. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 books. Plus I have 2 on the way from Amazon. A nice little book haul. And like I said, I got 2 coming from Amazon, and I think I'm going to do those couple of books that I saw on the Works website because I really want them. So yeah, it's a successful trip. I am skint, but I really honestly don't care. I am going to be doing a huge book haul in the next couple of the weeks, as I have accumulated a few books here and there. So I'm definitely going to be doing a big massive book haul as well, so you'll probably see these books in that. But thank you for watching this book shopping vlog. I hope you enjoyed it like I enjoyed myself, and if you've read any of these books, do let me know in the comments. And if you've got any other like horror, spooky, kind of thriller book recommendations, please like drop them in the comments, because I am really getting into a horror mood at the minute, so we're rolling with it. But thank you for watching, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye!